E aí, galerinha do mal, como estão vocês? Sejam bem-vindos a mais uma live, galera. Galera, hoje a livezinha, marotamente, malandramente, é pra quem gosta de série, cara, principalmente Game of Thrones. Eu não vou dizer que eu assisto Game of Thrones porque eu estaria mentindo para vocês. Mas, cara, eu sei que é uma série de grande referência, tá ligado? É uma série que tá aí, que é uma série gigante, então tem muita gente que curte. E eu tô aqui pra ver qual é o jogo da série. Eu também sou daqueles que gosto de série, mas sempre dá uma desculpa pra não assistir, tá ligado? Tipo, não que é desculpa pra não assistir, mas não tem tempo, às vezes não dá, cara, pra acompanhar. É a vida. É um joguinho da Telltale, né? Pra quem não sabe, a Telltale faz jogos de bastante séries. Tem The Walking Dead, tem até de jogo mesmo, Borderlands. Falando nisso, eu também tenho o da Borderlands da Telltale. E eu não cheguei a jogar também ainda. Esse aqui eu também não cheguei a... Eu cheguei até a ver, mas assim, um pouquinho, pra ver qual é do jogo, tá ligado? Mas eu não cheguei a jogar. Enfim. Bora pro jogo, vamos ver como é que é a história aí. Esse jogo aqui é legendado, galera, não tem dublagem, pelo menos eu não achei. Então tem que fazer bastante silêncio e concentrar nas falas, porque é de respostas, às vezes tem que dar umas respostas meio rápidas, que acaba meio que impedindo que eu fique falando muito também. Até pra vocês entenderem melhor, acho que é melhor vocês ficarem lendo do que ficar me ouvindo, tá ligado? Porque eu não entendo muito da série. Então bora aqui começar o episódio 1, o episódio 2 depois tem que baixar. Se acaso vocês gostarem aí, a gente vai trazer, eu trago o resto dos episódios, a gente faz uma série daí, beleza? Então pra isso, daí deixa aquele curtir maroto, compartilha, comenta, se não é inscrito se inscreve no canal e bora aí. Se aconchega aí no quarto ou na sala e bora com nós. E aí, verminho, beleza? Só na malícia, hein? Malandramente. Ela vem cantar, tipo, malandramente no meio de uma live de Game of Thrones, cara. Tá de sacanagem, mano. A casa Forrester foi vassala leal da casa Stark por milhares de anos. Nos limites mais sombrios da mata de lobos, eles ceifaram árvores raras de pau-ferro. Agora a noite foi corrida... Ah, legal, não deu tempo nem de ler, filha. Só com o olho ali, cara, mas ler... Pra vocês entenderem, não deu. Deixa eu ver como é que tá o volume da minha TV, pra não ficar dual áudio pra vocês. Tem que baixar um pouquinho. Tá de boa, né? Acho que não vai sair. Se acaso estiver saindo áudio duplificado aí, vocês me avisam, beleza? Se estiver saindo tipo com eco.
Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know.
Uma espada menstruada. Piadinha sem graça. Vou pegar a espada. Passar um paninho na espada aí, filhote. Tem que ficar segurando o X, beleza. Segura o X e... Nossa, o bicho sabe alisar uma espada. Enfim. Ai,
I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
I will. You'll see.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
I had a hand in it, you know.
Otário.
A hand in what? Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
Shh. Let him finish.
Deixa o cara terminar a história, pô.
Talk all night if you let him.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Só na cara da malícia aí, né?
Well, I
Os
don't
maliciosos.
hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine.
Go on.
It's your job.
I don't take orders from you. No,
Ah, você é
take
ignorante
orders
aqui, eu
from
recebo
him.
ali de tudo, cara.
Idiot, you're his squire. Now fetch him some wine.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach. House Tully is forever in his debt. You've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield.
Ha 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 ha.
Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Esse Alisson aí pegou, né, mano?
To Rob Stark, the King in the North! The King in the North! Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard! The gods have favors! Onward to Casterly Rock! Aye! Death to the Lannisters! Aye!
Winter is coming.
O inverno tá chegando, não sei porque eu falei isso, mas falei. Aê, o inverno tá chegando. Ele não gosta de calor também, cara. Gosta de verão.
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man.
Pô, a legenda passa um pouquinho rápido, né, cara? Sumiu lerdinho, falei.
Men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
What do you
O
mean?
que quer dizer?
I've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you? You served me well.
To bring
Para honrar
honor
essa casa
to
nobre.
House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
Não decepcionarei o senhor. Melhor resposta, né, cara?
I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my
Tá,
lord.
tem que encontrar esse Roderick.
Thank you.
Ok.
Bloody hell. Squire, fetch us more wine.
Pinguço.
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Can I get up to you?
Ah, vamos ajudar, né?
You owe me.
Oh, you? I've been a squire longer than you have. I outrank
Ah, aquele cara que se acha. Só porque é mais tempo que o escudeiro tá acima. Tá de sacanagem, meu irmão. Sou o principal, velho. Tá de sacanagem?
Fetch more wine, rub my armor.
Sabe quem tá falando?
Just my luck to end up with Norrin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk
Poderia ser pior,
liar
cara.
and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norrin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shingle and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Nós
Get
não
angry
somos
with me.
diferentes.
We're no different, you and I.
Aye, but I'm not the son of a pig farmer. My father had dignity.
Anda aí. Tô nem aí, filhote.
All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. All in wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time.
Give it
Você
time.
chegará lá,
You'll get there.
dá um conselho, né,
for
cara?
you to say. Maybe if my uncle were castellan at House Forrester, I'd feel different.
Who my uncle is has nothing to do with it. How much further?
It's right over there.
A gente é um cara de honra agora, né? Tem que ter classe no bagulho aí. Ainda não, né? Mas pelo que o cara falou lá, né? Ele quer que a gente lute por ele.
Take your time. You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood. Fucking phrase. Nice night for a wedding.
Ok. Tá percebendo aí, filho? Puta merda. O cara tá arrumando a alarma ali.
What's wrong?
Tem uns sinais lá em cima. Vamos voltar agora.
Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter?
Owen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush.
Vamos, cara. Vamos salvar o Rowan.
What about? What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? You don't need a fucking run.
Vamos falar pra correr. Isso. Vaza, velho.
We need to get back to camp.
Nossa, mano. Os Freys estão atacando. Opa. Errou! Errou! Olha essa fera, bicho! Esse é o jogo que a gente ia avisar. O bicho já tá mais esperto que... Presente do rei. Ai, que pega. Toma aí. Será que é o rei que mandou mesmo, cara? Mas ele foi o presente do rei, mas o bicho vai estar sacaneando também, né? Que é bodybuilding, mano, vamos lá. Ou não, não, não. Nossa. Headshot, cara. Deixei o cara morrer. Não, velho. Vamos de novo. Nossa, que headshot, cara. Tá, vamos lá. Ué, não é meio foda controlar essa mirinha ali, cara. Tá de sacanagem.
Ready, boys! Whoa!
É o R2 que tem que apertar, nem vi que botão que tinha que apertar ainda. Pegamos. Ah, eu apertei, porra. Isso. Porra. Boa, mano. Isso, se esconde aí embaixo. Melhor lugar pra se esconder, mano. Passa isso aí logo, mano. Acaba ele todo bastante. Errou de novo. Acho que tá apertando. Vai. Só ferrou ou ferrou? Desvia. Tá porrada. Boa. Filha da mãe, vai segurar outro. Ah, filhote, vou te matar. Sai de mim. Larga, filhote. Vaza. Olha esse aí. Mexe comigo não, mano. Pistola aqui. Só levei um headshot, mas tá de boa. Nossa, mano. Puta vida. Faleceu.
Got it. Did you find Roderick? Speak up, Garrett.
Eu tentei salvá-los.
I tried to save him,
Salvá-los não,
but there
salvá-los.
was nothing I
Era o...
could do.
Find a weapon, quickly.
Tá muito fraco. Ô, pega ali. Ah. Obrigado, tio. Pega logo essa espada, mano. Vamos matar uns caras aí.
You fucking traitor. Go, my lord.
É, tá animado pra caramba o povo hoje. Não falando nada. É concentração, Alisson. É concentração, cara. Tem que ficar lendo, mano. O que faremos agora?
If we run, they'll hunt us down like dogs.
If we stay, they'll slaughter us like the others.
E aí, Cris, beleza, maninho? Salve. Uma série, um joguinho de uma série que tu gosta aí, mano.
Guard this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste.
Pega a espada.
I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors. You have to go.
Não deixarei, cara.
I won't leave you, my lord.
And you will.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend.
Juro que farei isso.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters. Oh, Your Honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters!
Porra, esses malditos. Os freios e os forretos.
With
Não sei como se pronuncia, mas... Olá, velho. É quase hora de assistir na TV? Não foi o capítulo 1 isso, né? Sacanagem. Tem que baixar o 2, cara. Foi muito rápido. Espero que não seja. Ah, mas é todo mundo concentrado assistindo e lendo, né? Todo mundo quietinho. Muito rápido essa legenda aí, quem que achou rápido essa legenda também? Eu sei, eu que sou meio devagar mesmo. Desacostumado a ler agora de legenda. Mentira, eu leio série, quando eu assisto séries, geralmente animes, eu tenho que ler legenda, cara, eu leio rápido, mas eu achei tipo, muito rápido pra ser um jogo, tá ligado? Porque tu tem que pensar na resposta. Isso atrapalha um pouco na hora da resposta, às vezes se eu não ler alguma coisa, tem que acaba interpretando um pouco errado a frase, pode acabar dando a resposta errada, tá ligado? E tem consequência, pelo que eu tô percebendo, as respostas. Mas tamo aí, né, cara? Episódio 1, Ferro do Gelo. Ok. Terras dos Foresters. Foresters, não sei como se pronuncia, tá? Então, pronuncie do jeito que quiserem aí também, eu não sei. Um porco. Bacon. Use L para se mover, para olhar ao redor, tá? Eu não posso olhar para frente? Andar assim? Tá, vamos ensinar aí, filho. Luz na pássaro. Você é um porco? Que porra é essa? Uma cara de estranho. Vamos olhar. Ele está menstruando por aí, pelo caminho.
Fresh.
Um porco morto. Nossa, cara, esse... O gráfico da Telltale, eu acho que ele é feito de pintura, né, cara? Não tô ligado, mas eu acho que é tudo feito em pintura, né? Se alguém souber, quiser me ajudar respondendo. Tem alguma coisa nesse carrinho aqui? Tem nada? Então tá, né? Ali tem uma carroça virada. Vamos olhar.
That's father's car.
Oh, a carroça do pai do cara, mano. Dele, no caso, né? Por isso, do personagem que a gente tá jogando. A gente tem que avisar o tio dele, né? Vamos ver. Puta vida, tô matando um porco. Ah, tem que dar pra não matar o pai dele, né? Será que a gente consegue defender?
Move along, boy. There's nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
Puxar a espada e ir até o seu pai. Vou matar o pai.
I recognize you. You're a Forester squire. Former Stark bannermen have no claim on land anymore. Or haven't you heard? The Starks are dead. Where'd you get that sword?
Nem te canto, filhote.
Not a chance that sword is his. Must have stolen it.
Espada Jedi.
Out here by himself.
Eu matei um homem por ela. Não lhe interessa, não me
None
interessa.
of your fucking business.
Porra. Literalmente ele falou porra.
We're gonna feed you to the fucking pigs.
Vamos lá então, tio. Se eu morrer eu posso dar uma reset e tentar te matar de
That
novo.
sword's too
E
big
aí?
for you,
Vai
boy.
chorar?
You can barely pick it up.
Get off my land.
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton.
Não pertence
is the
mais,
new
cara. Eu
lord
vou
of the
pegar isso pra mim, mano. Tá de
I reckon
sacanagem.
he like a proper lordly son like that.
É bolinha? É bolinha. Cuidado. Porra, cara, matou o pai dele, será que tá morto? Não dá pra ver se ele machucou, onde machucou. Ah, larga o caralho, mano, larga tu aí, pô. Venha pegar, pô. Vou provocar ainda. Porra, perdi a espada também, cara. Tem manha já, né?
Finish this fucking pig farmer. Pathetic.
Ah, vamos dar um pau nesse toco aí. Ah, vamos pegar isso aí mesmo, cara.
You really are
Machadinho.
a pig.
Machadinho. Aí. Toma aí, cuzão. Nossa, até ele se admirou, mano. Ó, só nas habilidades. Devolve minha espada, pô. Não é tua. Nossa, mano. Essa doeu, cara. Nossa, chuta com a perna tá toda furada já. Ah, não, é só um chute. Pô, o bicho luta pra caralho, mano. Parece só um escudeiro. Não sei se é cagado, não sei se é cagado é a sorte, tá ligado? Agir com clemência. Cara, eu vou matar, mano. Vou sem dó aqui, porra. Mataram meu pai, mano.
That much I promise.
São feitos à mão, né? Pintura feita à mão, né? Eu imaginei já.
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid. I tried to stop them.
Porra, cara, morreu meu pai. Ou melhor, pai do personagem.
I'll kill the men who did this.
E aí, acabou o episódio? Será que esses episódios também são grandes, cara? 6 episódios, cara. Eu acho que esse episódio deve ser grandinho, velho. Pra ser só 6. E aí, o Game of Thrones é, tipo, é gigante, cara. Não sei se a série é gigante, mas tem bastante temporadas, né?
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Será que tipo um episódio é uma tipo, que se passa como uma temporada da série?
Garrett!
I was too late.
Uma ou mais, sei lá, né? Às vezes pode ser mais de uma até.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the great
Dependendo do
hall.
contexto,
Quickly.
né?
Two White Hill soldiers?
Cada episódio é mais de uma horinha, Verminho. Beleza, então de boas.
They killed my family. And for what? My sister,
Será que a
she
gente
was only 8
faz
years old.
um episódio inteiro? Vamos ver até onde a gente vai, né?
It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
Não
But
tive
the
escolha, né,
Whitehills
cara?
don't see it that way.
They attacked me. I had no choice but to defend myself.
Of course. And we can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection. Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Será que vai ter que usar? Ah. Nossa, mano, que delícia. Isso aí tá... Pô, o bicho botar lava dentro do... Tá de sacanagem, mano. Não vai apodrecer isso aí, não?
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal.
O pessoal já pensa malícia, né?
Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A
que faremos
serious man,
agora?
but he would have made a
O
good
que faremos
lord.
agora?
Well, what do we do now?
The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right.
Pô, já tô cortado, velho. Vou passar mais uma
This might
facada na minha
hurt a
perna.
bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate
Recebi uma
Citadel doesn't
mensagem.
train maesters in the art of warcraft.
He gave me a message to deliver.
A message? About what? What did he tell you?
É para o meu tio.
Get my uncle. I was
É
told
pro
only
tio,
to
vamos falar
tell
pro
him.
tio, né?
Your uncle? I see. Must be rather important then. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first.
Salve,
See if you can put
DM!
any weight on that.
E aí, maninho? Beleza, mano?
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Deixar o sangue circular. Cadeira do Lorde. Vamos olhar? Como qualquer jogo de... que tem... o que a gente faz tem uma consequência. É sempre bom vasculhar as coisas, cara. E aí, Leonardo, beleza? Como assim tem outro link, maninho? Não, tá falando da série? Aqui é só tipo o jogo, mano. Até os SORTEIO. Não é a série, isso aí que tu tá perguntando. Se tiver outro link da série. Aqui é só o jogo mesmo. Se o pessoal gostar, curtir, comentar e compartilhar aí que querem mais, eu trago ali como série. De buenas, cara. É nóis. Aqui é o pessoal, os foresters. Pessoal, não sei. É a senhora. Senhora, mano. Pensei que era um cara ali, mano. Ryan. Que é o pessoal da família aí, né?
You seem to be
Dá
favoring
pra
it.
correr não?
Always sad to see a warrior lose a leg.
I'm fine,
Ah, vamos sair.
Mr. Tingrin. Look, I'll show you.
Vamos olhar pela janela.
The Ironwood Grove.
Pode deixar o link aí, mano. Street Fighter V. Deixar... Jogar Street Fighter V não sei, mano. É, o jogo parece ser da hora, cara. A série é boa também, né? Tem alguma coisa aqui? Eu vi uma coisa aqui em cima, parece. Ah, aqui. É o escudo.
An Ironwood shield.
The
Escudo de pau
strongest wood
ferro.
in the known world. The foresters owe their lives to this wood and the weapons that come from it.
Tá, a gente não sai por aqui. Pensei que era por aqui que a gente saía.
I may be mistaken. You do seem
Quero achar
able
a
to
porta da
wait on
saída,
it.
filhote. Não quero ficar aqui dentro, não. Eu pensei que era ali a porta, cara. Olhar, falar com, mostrar a espada para... Suprimentos médicos. Não, acho que não é isso que a gente quer. Quero achar a porta da saída aqui, mano. É ali... errou! É aqui, cara, nessa luzinha. Creio, Joe. Ah, ele tem que andar mesmo, né? Pra sarar... pra circular o sangue, como o cara disse. Não é? Ué? Por onde que a gente sai daqui, mano? Será que eu tenho que falar com ele de volta? Ou para de bugar nas paredes e passa por detrás da cadeira. Obrigado, não passa, cara. Que filho da mãe, cara. Nem o jogo obedece, cara. Será que eu tenho que ficar olhando a tapeçaria aqui? Tipo, cada um. Ah, o jogo mandou ir lá em opções pra ver, né? Sobre a família.
I suppose Lord Ethan now.
É, eu tenho que ver.
Exiled to Essos, unfortunately.
Esse foi aquele cara que eu salvei lá? Tentei salvar?
Still in King's Landing, I suppose.
Porto
Although,
Real.
I wonder if they'll bring her home. Lady Forrester.
Era
She's always
Forrester.
been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Ryan.
Ryan,
Never
uma
easy being the
criança.
fourth-born
Que é o
son.
novo herdeiro.
Lord Forrester. It
Lord
was an honor
Forrester.
to squire for him. Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best
Roderick.
warrior by far.
Tá, beleza. Será que ele desce aqui? Desce. Vou ver os suprimentos aqui. Ervas de cura, curativos. Será que eu posso pegar? Acho que eu posso, sim.
This might help.
Um balde. Trocar? Como assim?
Rather
Ah,
cute little
tocar.
creatures,
Errou!
aren't they?
I guess.
Ah, não, só vão te deixar podre a perna por dentro. Tá. Já olhou? Vamos falar com o cara. Olhar, falar com, mostrar a espada.
No, you see there? You're limping
I'm
again.
fine, really.
Vamos falar com ele.
Does your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you.
Quem é o novo Lorde? Por que os ilhos nos odeiam? Vamos perguntar
Why
por que
do
eles
the
nos
White
odeiam.
Hills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Quem é o novo Lorde? Vamos perguntar?
Why, Ethan, of course.
Ethan?
At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever
Quem é esse
noble
Ethan?
house I was assigned.
Será que a gente
Advising the
descobre no
late
primeiro
Lord
capítulo já?
Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
O que eles querem, né? O que será de mim? Perguntar se eles querem alguma coisa sobre o nosso pau-ferro.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them. Especially now with the Boltons in power. And proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left. Just as they've done before.
Deixar pra lá, posso ir agora. O que seria de mim?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Posso ver o Ethan? Vamos ver.
Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Deixar pra lá ou posso ir agora? Vamos botar posso ir agora.
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but...
Ah, uma opção secreta errou.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
Ué. Ela vou ter nenhuma resposta? Só o silêncio já responde, né?
NATO.
Off to bed now. Hurry on. Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
Ele foi um herói.
The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester
Ele
would
lutou,
like to
obviamente,
know.
cara.
He fought valiantly, my
Bravamente.
lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he
O
passed?
Bosque do Norte, dar-lhe a espada.
It would mean so much to
Vou
the
falar que
family.
amava ela.
He said he loved you.
That's very kind of you to say. You have the Forrester's sword.
Ethan should have it, now that he is Lord.
Lord Forrester asked me to return it to the house. He said this is where it belongs. With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It demands a response. It's too dangerous, especially now. Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression.
Galera que tá entrando aí na live, se puder deixar um curtir, comentar e compartilhar. Se não é inscrito, se inscrever no canal pra fazer parte aí do nosso plano. Bora nós aí, cara. Séries aí de segunda a sexta. Séries não, né? Jogo de novos de segunda a sexta. E um bônus às vezes no final de semana.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard. Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
Se puderem deixar o curtir, eu agradeço bastante. Pra mim trazer série, se tiver 10 curtidas nesse vídeo, eu trago série, cara. Eles me atacaram.
And they'll say they were keeping the peace in the name of House Bolton. It's an argument you cannot win. We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing.
I would have us use our heads while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
Precisamos
My
ser
uncle's
espertos.
right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
A cabeça quente não vai resolver nada, cara.
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same.
Eu não fiz
As any
nada de
man.
errado.
I've done nothing wrong.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take, which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
Pra onde eu iria, cara?
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only
Eu não
solution,
sou um criminoso.
especially now.
Meu lugar é
The
aqui,
house
vou
is
votar,
so
né?
vulnerable.
Uncle, my place is here. Who would defend the house? You said we need men who can fight.
Não sei se isso aí vai resolver se treinarem ele. Talvez, pra onde que ele vá. É uma boa ideia.
I know that's not what you want.
Pra ele melhorar as
I
habilidades
know
com a
it's
espada, né?
difficult to understand. But you must think of the house.
I'll do what's asked of me.
I know it
Vou fazer o
doesn't
que eles me
seem
pedem.
fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food. But we haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Tem que falar com o tio dele, né? Tem uma mensagem pra passar pro tio dele, cara.
Word
Vou
up
passar
to
agora,
me.
será?
I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given the chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. I know you want to stay, but Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
Você é tudo que resta, é o tio dele, né, cara?
I have left.
In my heart, I know I'll see you again.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Tem uma mensagem importante.
It's important. Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
É o filho do Zé Padoca.
Caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
O que é o Bosque do Norte?
What is the North Grove?
Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
Of
Não
course not.
contei a ninguém.
I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you.
Só disse ele que ele é adotado.
From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But-
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help.
Ok. Walking Dead é massa também.
I
Eu não tenho o Walking Dead, só tenho desse.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the wall will reflect
É, eu ia
honor
falar
and
isso, mas
dignity
deixa
of
de
the
boas, né?
house.
I'll make you proud.
Ah, vou dar orgulho, pô.
You already
Que é
have.
foda. Falei um headshot no começo do jogo. A PSND, mas eu não tinha PlayStation nessa época de certo, provavelmente. Obviamente.
Garrett, wait!
Isso é só pra quem era riquinho, né, cara, que tinha PS antes, né, cara? Tipo o Matheus, né? Se pá, tem. Faz no teu canal, mano. Divulga aí, faz um merchan no live chat. Bora treinar, né? Não, não sabia, cara. Vai vender o teu pra comprar um melhor, provavelmente, né?
Ethan? Ethan!
Ethan Forrest, Lord.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
He hides too well. And if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore.
Ela já sabe
Maybe
que ele tá.
something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I'm here. It's okay. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here.
Deixa a Amanda ler isso.
I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
É que eu tô concentrado, mano. Eu tô lendo. Esse jogo não é pra jogar animado, tá ligado, cara? É história. Eu tô concentrado na história, eu não consigo ficar lá. Ah, eu tô felizão, eu tô jogando um jogo de história. Pô, não tem, cara.
I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
I don't know what he did to get
Garrett
sent
é
away like
forte.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
that. No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
É pequeno, cara. Como vai saber lutar tão bem, cara?
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
É, não
I
me
don't care
importa com
what
o que
he
ele
says.
disse.
I can protect you.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Ensina ele a lutar, porra.
Do you remember when we were younger?
Pode ser
We used
miserável.
to play here. You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a Lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
Não quero mudar. Porra, não quero mudar, cara. É
I
sacanagem.
have to. Father did sometimes.
But you're nice. Everybody says that about you.
É foda o cara ter que mudar, cara.
Since you're the new lord,
Pô,
you
a
can do
personalidade.
anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So
O cara acaba
I
perdendo
can have all
algumas
the
coisas,
sweets I want.
mas ganha outras, né? Mas,
If only
tipo,
it were that simple.
nem é
It
sempre o
would
que o
be
cara
nice if
quer.
someone did what I wanted for once. But Ethan will be a good lord.
Não é bem
A
assim que
proper
funciona, pô.
lord.
That's not how it works.
Well, that's how it should work. You are the Lord.
Criança, como sempre, tem razão, né, cara? Tipo, né? Fala a verdade, tipo, né? Claro, né?
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us.
Castelão.
Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision.
Será que a gente fica ou a gente vai?
If I were Lord, I would
Ah, lembrar ali quem é o Lord, né, cara? Vamos botar um...
I might remind you, Sir
Por
Royal,
respeito nisso.
I'm the new Lord of House Forrester, not you.
Of course, man.
Eu tava na padaria.
It's okay. You should go. It's what must be done.
Fine, let's be done with it.
Estão de sacanagem, né? Aí, ó. Mina de atitude, cara. Fala na cara já. Tava no puteiro mesmo. Esse chat... Aham, sei que é mentira.
It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you said you were the Lord. Now prove it.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
Ah, consigo lidar com isso, porra.
I
Vamos
can
lá.
handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men.
Assunto da vez do chat é porque eu tô na bad, cara. Eu nem tô na bad, mano. Vamos orar por ele.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it still
Apertar a mão, porra. Não seja ignorante.
My only
Eita.
regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself. I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
Não provoca aí não, tio. Senão vai
I
apanhar.
may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. Trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No
Olha, se tu pagar, mano. E aí, Gabriel, beleza, maninho?
Bloody Forresters.
Calm yourself, old man.
Calma aí, ô velhote.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
Porra, tá dando briga aqui, cara.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Ah, eu não tô nem na bad nem possuída aí, os seus chato. Tô concentrado lendo o bagulho aqui, mano. Fazendo cagada como sempre.
Keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
That's not
Não foi isso que aconteceu,
And you
pô.
admit it was your man who killed my men, and a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the Lord.
Ah, eles atacaram primeiro,
Your
vacilão.
men attacked and drew first blood. They murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
Eu dei um jeito.
He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What?
Isso, faz o Walk Dead aí.
That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Errou!
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this...
Cusão, cara.
This is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
I've heard enough, Lord Whitehill.
Sabe porque é uma criança, velho.
By rights his word is law.
E aí o bicho se peita todo.
If that displeases you,
Fica aqui um
I
periquito.
trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him
escreve desse jeito na live, vai dar bastante view. É só entrar nego pistola que é fã do jogo, tá ligado? Corrigindo o Matheus. Você é um covarde.
You're a craven, Lord Whitehill.
Seu covardão.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
Alguém
You were brave, my son.
troféu conquistado aí.
You'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's
Acabou o capítulo
betrothal to
1?
the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
É, não corrige o Matheus, senão ele pioreia, cara. Senão ferra o bagulho. Vamos vasculhar aqui, o que temos aqui? Moeda.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Helena.
O português que só ele sabe. Ou será que não? Olhar, ler, vamos ler?
Father.
É português, cara, não é inglês, cara.
For the coming wedding, Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can. Ethan made this for me.
Tá, moeda já. Pô, eu não peguei a moeda. Outra moeda?
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Lá de putão. Aham, sei. Tô sabendo. Aham.
Wonders made by man.
Ai, ai.
By Lomas Longstrike. A gift from Roderick.
Lá de putão.
I hope to see
Matheus
him
virou
someday.
putão, cara. Ai, carai.
King's
O chat mais zoeiros de todos. Canal do Over, cara. Galera que tá passando aí de passagem, se puder deixar um curtir, se inscrever no canal. É nóis, galera. Ajuda bastante o canal. Bora tentar chegar a 100 inscritos aí.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope and can be a powerful ally.
A Gabi é o cafetão de todo mundo do chat ali. Ah, não vou atender a porta, sou mal educado, pô. Ah, vamos abrir a porta.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Isso faz de difícil. Deixa eu entrar.
Come in.
Ei.
Begging your pardon, milady, but
Portada de sábado.
if you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Preocupada.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Eu não vou responder nada pra esse cara, não.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady.
Não é muito confiável, não.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
Não, é uma boa hora.
Of course, milady.
Ô, Losco, o que é isso no chat aí, mano? E parada essa de estourar a tranca de quem aí?
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
Preciso da sua ajuda.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei getting so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Bora meter o louco aí, cara. Tá de sacanagem. Abre a porta, bora fechar. E... esses olhares aí...
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
You can do this.
Bora fazer cagada? Vamos. Bora fazer cagada. Não vai andar, filha? Anda. Acelera o passo aí, pô. O anãozinho.
Marjorie, aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion.
Auditorium.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Olha, isso quer que história e as bagulho aí, cara.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon. I wasn't talking
Por tá de sacanagem, mano. Ai, caralho, velho. Te trollou, hein, Alisson.
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is. The girl can speak for her house.
É o único verdadeiro rei, cara.
To the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the north.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Eles eram nossos guardiões.
We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good. And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Destruídas. Ô, lusco.
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forrester Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king.
Tá de sacanagem, vocês dois aí. Quem que fez isso contigo, Alisson? Hã?
I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that
Tá
from
louco?
happening, wouldn't you?
Foi
Ask
o...
any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was
o negão da
necessary
pecona?
to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl?
Aquela carinha de malícia.
If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Ursinhos carinhosos.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves. Pretending to be something.
Já vi os atacando no chat.
Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve,
chegou o assassino, quer matar todo mundo. A loira tem que morrer.
I'm sure she
would. Let the girl answer the question.
Go on.
My loyalties would
Não ficaria em conflito.
Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
Fui jurada a minha senhora Margaery, o rei, é claro. Puta vida, e agora ferrou, né? O rei.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl, but not very encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
O anãozinho não quer matar não, né? Tipo, só não quer fazer nada de mal, pelo que parece.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that
Família sem perigo.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I was trying to appease her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine.
Vai ajudar nós aí, tio.
We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
O que está sugerindo?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
É claro.
It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
Não apertei nada. Errou!
I shouldn't have asked.
Foi sem querer.
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back. Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime.
I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
Botar isso de volta no lugar.
We're just having a bit of fun. It's probably for the best. I've heard he's a bit perverse. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady
Não quero ser rainha pela minha família.
which is more than
Não
you can
com
say for his
Joffrey.
mother.
Vou estar com não com Joffrey.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
É demorado, eu falei que era demorado, cara. Eu vou encerrar, acho que esse capítulo por aqui. Vou terminar só esse diálogo aqui.
And Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Conversando, filhote. Nada que interessa.
Well, Sarah?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Ah, que da hora que ela gostou. Interessante.
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Não pedir ajuda dela, é pedir ajuda dela. Eu não vou pedir ajuda dela porque o anãozinho tá ajudando nós, né? Nós estamos ajudando ele.
Soon I will be queen. And maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now we must both be cautious.
My family is strong, my lady. Don't let it trouble you. I know they will find a way to prevail.
Bom, galera, esse vídeo vai ficando por aqui, essa live vai ficando por aqui. Se gostou desse vídeo, deixa curtir, comenta, compartilha. Não esquece de se inscrever no canal aí, se gostou desse tipo de série. Ativa o sinaleta para não perder nenhum vídeo novo do canal. É nóis. Não se esquece de se inscrever aí, galera. Se gostou dessa série, deixa no comentário depois. Eu indo nessa, valeu, falou, fui.